It's your boy Brotherly, and I got another Planet Coaster video for y'all today. I am back in the farm and we're going to be working on Camp Snoopy. I'm going to be finishing up the area for the most part. I'm not going to be doing like fine detailing because I really just want to get the majority of the park done and kind of like come back, double up on the detailing. Anything that I feel like doesn't look real, I'll kind of like put some realistic decorations on there, I guess. But for the most part, my plan with this park is just to get like a nice skeleton of how everything is arranged and then come back in and do all the detail beautifying part, because by that time I should have a stronger PC to run this game, because I'm pretty sure by the time I get to the mine ride, I forget the exact name of it right now, but the mine ride and the log ride, there's a lot of scenery in that. At least, I'm not even gonna, I'll take a guess, there's like 10,000, at least 10,000 pieces in that. And I'm gonna try to minimalize on everything so I can still run this freaking park. So, I've seen somebody do Knocks before on Planet Coaster, but it wasn't a detailed part, and I'm not gonna say it was bad or anything, but it just wasn't detailed, and the park kind of still ran kind of like blotchy. So I'm basically trying to get this park to run as nice as possible, but still bringing the park, still being true to the park's nature as much as possible, I guess. So right here is like the tough part of this game, is like making paths. Honestly, like I all I'm trying to do right here is just make a big gigantic plaza, and I couldn't get that to get accomplished. So what I ended up doing is slicing through the canvas with as many little small paths as I could, and then deleting little pieces, and then I ended up with 2 spaces. And these 2 spaces, I'm pretty much gonna turn them into tree planters, and then they're just gonna be some trees that are not really there in real life, but it doesn't matter. I needed to fill those spaces, and I cannot live with the cracks on the ground. Like, I just have a problem with that in this game. There can be no spaces on the concrete. So now I'm just getting with the fence work, fencing all this little section off, because I'm actually gonna dig a hole behind this fence and put some water back there and some nice trees, and then that will pretty much finish the little main look of this area. And also this ride that I put right here, I don't know what they call this little ride right here, the blue and white and yellow one, it's supposed to be another ride that we have in the game, but the one that we have in game is huge and it would not fit here. So you guys gotta give me some slack on some of the smaller kiddie rides, because we don't have the exact size, the exact ride, or you know what I mean. So I have to improvise and just put what I would think would fit. And in real life, I think that Knox would put something similar to this ride. Something that just goes around in a circle, not too scary, not too crazy, and cheap to get and replaceable. So and if you guys see this little bus over here, I didn't build the bus. I got that off the Steam workshop. If you want the bus, let me know in the comment section. I'll leave a link in the description if you really want the little bus. It kind of like winds up and goes around, but it doesn't work in the game, of course, but it's just like a nice decoration piece. And when I get back to detailing the park, I'm gonna make sure that the cube for that looks nice and believable. So now I'm getting into this little planter right here, which is not gonna be the nicest planter because it's kind of like this awkward shape, but I get it done though. I get it done, I get it right. And I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, because I'm recording these videos for you guys, but I'm also recording it so I can go back and see my process and see the park come alive myself. Because you know, when you're building these projects, you kind of have an idea of what things are gonna look like. Start putting the pieces down, and then you're just kind of like looking at the Google Maps, then looking at Planet Coaster, and you just keep building and keep building. But you don't see the process. You don't see it come alive yourself. You're just building. You're not really there. So to see it back and to be watching it myself, it's kind of interesting. I really can't wait to get over to hang time section. That's like, out of all the rides in this park, I really want to do hang time and accelerator, because hang time has like a lot of onboard lights that look amazing, and I'm gonna make sure that it has something really decent on there to make it look dope as you go across the ride, or I don't know how I'm gonna sequence it, but it's definitely gonna be something nice for some cinematic shots. I think I'm gonna move towards that way first, because I gotta get the corner of the parks done. So I'm gonna move from the corners and inward, so then I won't expand too far out to the right and have that same issue that I ran across when I was building Camp Snoopy. Because I don't know if I explained in the last video, but I pretty much built too far to the north. Or was that north? Yeah, I built too far to the north. I built about 20 meters too far to the north, and I had to delete everything and bring it back some. So now it's a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it's more believable, because if I would have left it like that, it would have just looked like there was a gigantic spot between Jaguar and Silver Bullet. And in reality, when you're by Jaguar, you can pretty much walk right underneath Silver Bullet's main drop. If you just walk a couple feet, maybe I'd say like no more than 80 feet, 85 feet, and then you're just looking at the top of the drop. And I wanted that same feeling, as close as I can get it. And it's coming alive. I think I might like redo Silver Bullet. There's one section where it like turns and does its like really high banked, overbanked turn. In my section of the ride, it's like it cuts and does it too fast. So what I might end up doing is either I delete that whole section and leave the section of the ride right before it goes into the Cobra roll, and then try to remake a whole overbanked turn that's with a smoother with a smoother transition. Or I could redo the whole entire ride from the lift hill down to the Cobra roll and just try to connect it. I'm not gonna do the whole entire ride, but I need to redo that little section with the overbank if I really want to make this a genuine experience for Silver Bullet, because it cuts too fast right now. It needs to be a smoother transition. And I knew that when I was building it too, but I was just like, I was getting frustrated. And the coaster builder has gotten a little bit better since I built Silver Bullet. So, and right here I'm just finishing up the young fence, the fencing. I really wish they would have come with some like drawing pins so I could draw these fences in way easier. I swear to you guys, I seen some like, I don't know if it was a mod or a hack, but I seen something in a forum where someone was drawing a fence in where they just drew a line and connected it and the fence appeared. I don't know if they had some software to show what it would be cool if we had that tool in the game, but it was some real Planet Coaster gameplay, and they drew in a fence line and the fence appeared. What happened to that feature? Maybe it was just thrown off the board and it couldn't get it in there to work correctly, because that would have been amazing to just draw a fence in or select an item and it'll draw multiple in that little space that you drew. Because right here, drawing in this little block It's very time consuming, but you can get it exactly how you want it though. You guys, let me know in the comment section what part of the park are you guys really interested in seeing, because Ghost Town's pretty much done. Like, only thing I really need to do is well, actually Ghost Town is not done. Only part of Ghost Town that's really done is this, the section leading to Ghost Rider and the section leading to Silver Bullet. So but what part are you really interested in seeing coming to life in Planet Coaster? Because I told you guys I want to see Hang Time and that whole little surfer area come to life. I can't wait to get to that. Like Camp Snoopy, I am like killing myself to be excited about doing this area, because I'm just, you know, like, who likes building little kid sections? Like, it's just not fun. There's no big roller coaster in the background to look at to just inspire you to keep building. Like, look what you're building. But you gotta think about the bigger picture here, and the bigger picture is that this is a amazing multi-age park that fits. It's one of the oldest parks, one of the oldest parks in United States, but it's like, it fits for all age ranges. So this little kid section, someone might find this really interesting, so I'm gonna make sure that I don't half-ass on it. So I'm gonna make sure I come back and detail this little box, because this little box right here is not just supposed to be this little square white plain thing. It's actually supposed to be covered with rocks on all four corners, but I'm gonna just leave it as a little blank box, just as a little piece, just to know that, like, this is where the building is. It's probably like a janitor building, honestly. It's probably like where you keep like supplies, brooms, and different things like that, because they just try to cover it up with rocks to make it fit the area, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a supply closet or something. Gotta make sure I save. Save is crucial. You never know when your shit goes crash. I can't, now that I'm watching this, I'm really gonna go back and detail my little lake. I'm not happy on the way that it turned out. Like, this little creek or lake that I was building, it's not supposed to be that deep. It's supposed to be a really shallow creek towards the end of this area, but I couldn't manage to get that to go with the water. The water starts to disappear when I bring the surface up. So this was the best I can get it. I'm gonna see if I can get some better results out of it when I go back in the game. But I'm not gonna film that. Any like fine detail work that I do on an area, you guys are not gonna see that. I'm not gonna bore you guys with my freaking frustrations of looking at the park, looking at Planet Coaster, and trying to make it as realistic as possible. So I'm not gonna record those sections. I really only record or let you guys see when I'm in my building process, when I'm just putting pieces, boom, boom, putting pieces. And I find that more viewable, in my opinion. But if you guys have any suggestions of how I should show this content, let me know. I'm always up for suggestions and make this channel better for the community. And I also got a surprise for you guys. I'm gonna leave a little bit of it at the end of this video, and if you guys like it, get in the comment section and say you want more of it, because I put it in one of the Facebook groups, one of the Planet Coaster Facebook groups, and it didn't have a very good result with the community for addition. It's like one of my concepts I have for Knoxbury Farm of what ride should be placed there. And if you guys want to see what ride should be placed there and you want to see my concept, make sure you watch to the end of the video and you subscribe to the channel. So it's kind of epic, but I'm not going to waste my time if you guys are going to bash on it and not like it. So I will make a little small video at the end that you can check out that idea. As you guys can see, like the pathing in this game is crazy. Like I be struggling. Like this is still not exactly how it is in the real world, but it's getting close and it looks nice enough. Like it looks like a park area, and I'm gonna find some things in here to sell this area, make it look like more of a camp and not like a farm ground, because right now the way that it's looking to me looks like some, I don't know, it just doesn't look like a camp. Does it look like a camp? Does it look like a camp to you guys? It's like, I know that it's supposed to look like a farm, but it's looking like too much of a farm. This looks like before it's been modernized. So I'm gonna fix that up and make sure it looks like an actual park. And let's see, where am I? I'm still fencing off this little area. I'm trying to make sure that this looks like an actual bridge. If anyone knows how to make real bridges with the water passing underneath, that would be helpful, because I can't seem to get it to work right, and I've never really tried it before making this area, and it looks very bad in my opinion, but it's the closest I can get it. And we're gonna get past this area. I'm like tired of being in Camp Snoopy. I really want to get to building Supreme Screen. I know that we actually got a Supreme Screen type free fall thrill ride, but it's too short, I think. Yeah, it's too short, and they didn't make it editable. Like, why can they did it later where you can't make an adjustable height on the tower. So I'm gonna see if they ever changed that. If they never changed the height on the free fall ride, then I'm gonna end up building it from scratch so I can get a more accurate tower, because I could care less if you could ride it, because honestly anybody that looks at this park, they're not gonna ride the through ride. You can see it, and it's more of a weenie, if that's what they want to call it. I don't know why they call it, but it's basically a centerpiece that you can see from all parts of the park, and that's what Supreme Scream is for Knoxbury Farm. So I need to make sure it looks accurate and it's not just the one that they have in Planet Coaster, because it looks nice, but it just doesn't look realistic. Like, they put too much lights on the top, too much carnival lights on the top, and the one in Knox doesn't look like a carnival ride. It looks more corporate. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. That's my plans for that. Also, I'm considering making Perilous Plunge instead of that whack little roller coaster in the corner, whatever they want to call that surfer roller coaster that hurt my knees. I'm 6'4" and I barely got it. I could barely fit in it, but I had to get that coaster credit saying I rode all the ride in Knoxbury Farm, because you got to be able to conquer one part. And I've ridden everything in Knoxbury Farm. Every single ride, I think. Let me think about it. I think I've ridden every single ride and been on every single attraction at Knoxbury Farm, because I've been going since I was a kid. So I've ridden all the small rides except this little Ferris wheel. The little Ferris wheel, I don't ever remember getting on that, but I had to probably get on it when I was a kid. I just don't remember. But everything else, I have conquered. Oh, no, I lied. There's one ride that replaced the Sky Swing. It's like a little flat ride that spins. I haven't got on that. It's always closed when I go, so I don't even know if it's there anymore. But I haven't got on that. If that's open next time I go, I will definitely get on it. So now I'm gonna go get this bridge done right here. I got these little wood planks off the workshop. They are a custom piece from the Theme Maker toolkit, and they're really nice. They work out really good. They have too much of a shine for wood, but they're gonna work out today. So, and I think I'm getting to like the end of this video, guys. It's been a pretty lengthy one, and if you made it to the end of the video, I definitely appreciate you guys. I know we're going through a little tough time, but I'm here to give you guys a little positive voice in your ear, something to distract you guys, take you away from the real world. And you can't go to Knoxbury Farm right now, so at least you can do is see it come to life, and you never got to see it come to life before. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Planet Coaster videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.